Okay, so today I want to go over the footwork Mawashi Ashi. Mawashi basically referring to going around something. So we use that same word for a roundhouse kick, Mawashi Gari. So now we're just doing it and applying it to the footwork. So just imagine you're in Kamae, you're doing kumite with your partner, and as they come to you, you're going to dodge it, but it's not going to look like you're moving a lot. If you look at the feet, I'm going to slide my rear leg back and in a little bit. So my feet are going to be a little bit closer together. Make sure you can see. So this is how wide they are right now. And as I twist, my feet are a little bit closer together. Now if you can imagine, so just pretend that this shina is the opponent's line of energy or their attack. Okay, so here it's coming to my center, or stomach in this case. So as they make contact, or about to make contact, I twist to dodge that line of energy. One more time. Note that as I'm reacting to this attack, my eyes stay to the target. And my front foot doesn't move very much, if at all. A little bit the heel will turn with me. So I always want to have my toes to the target. It's a very small movement. I don't want to create a big space where I've got this huge gap. The idea should be like our attack just brushes the gi or your face, just raises it. Now normally when we practice this, you'll cover and then attack. But for the first little bit, don't worry about blocking, because what that's going to do is you're going to overcompensate with that block to try and avoid getting hit. So we won't use our hands, we'll just stay in guard, and you're just going to think inside from the spine, twisting. So I have this feeling, twisting. Just do it slow to start, keeping your feeling to the target. And just be careful on your knees when you're doing this action. You don't want to torque them or anything. As I move, I'm giving pressure, remember? So naturally my heels are going to be a little bit light on the floor as I give pressure. So I'm going to be moving, as I pivot, that pressure is going to go to the ball of both feet. It should feel like this back foot, I just slide the toes, but don't lift up. Try to think pressure, then slide. So when the student first starts learning this technique, the tendency is I'm going to put my weight on my front leg and then move. See how my head comes forward, I'm putting all that weight there? That's no good. That's pretty much asking to get hit as soon as I react. So I want to keep this overview, keep my head back with form, and think keeping that center in between my feet. Then pressure to floor as always. Pressure always precedes movement, remember? Twist. So it's almost a feeling like my spine is just a corkscrew into the ground. It goes into the ground, boom. So you can try with your hands a little bit, have that feeling, twist. Another way you can think of it that I like, each hip is like a gear, and they're connected. So as I twist, boom, the gears turn together. Think of that with your back muscles as well. Twist. So I'm keeping everything here, boom. And then I'm still close enough that I can do my attack. So now let's have the attack. We're going to do reverse punch. So we do that twist, boom. Hands are still here, and I shift in a little bit if I have to, punch. I may be close enough to the target, but I don't have to shift. I just adjust my foot and rotate my head to the target. So Mawashi Ashi, Nakazuki reverse punch. In the front, Mawashi Ashi, reverse punch. Mawashi Ashi, Yakuzuki. Now as we do that, I don't want to think, this is another problem students have when they're first learning, stop and then go. So it's like there's a dead space in between those two movements. I hit the floor and then I go. Notice that there's a big dead space there. So I want to think, as I'm twisting, I'm still corkscrewing to the ground. And it's like my energy is building to the next technique. So I'm here, twisting, release. So it's not stop, go. It's turn, build, go. Do a little bit slower. Building, 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 release. Cover, twist, building, building, release. I never let go of that feeling to the target, but I'm building potential energy to the floor. Boom, boom. A little bit sharper. Try to keep your feet, knee joints, everything soft. just really take note that I've got this strong frame, my spine is tall, my joints are soft, and I'm moving very little. Everything's basically just from the center and the hip. Notice that my eye stays towards the target. I don't allow my head to turn with the hips. Keep this. Boom. Always feeling. Physical energy, mental energy to target. Boom. So a good way to train this at home, you got a little floor space. Try to think, keeping pressure to your opponent, moving around just like normal kumite. Boom, boom. Move around, but keep your pressure afterwards. Boom, boom. Don't relax and then reset. Try to keep your feeling, just like you're in a real kumite match. Moving around, twist. Pressure, go. Now when you want, you can pick up the speed. Some other variations you can do, twist, punch. Catching the target as they come in for their attack. Face hike. Another variation you can try, cover, front leg kick, reverse punch. Remember to keep your back leg strong and soft. Stay from the target and keep that feeling going with the target. Boom. So if you got a partner at home you can practice this with, you can just have your partner do an attack, whether it's just shift in jab, shift in reverse punch. It can be either face or chest, and then you try to focus on keeping your head forward and dodge. And you can just practice doing that movement. And then when you're comfortable, move, then punch. Other ones you can do, if you're close enough, elbow, right? Any variation that you like that you can add once you get the footwork down. It's quite a versatile technique. If you are training this, whether on your own or with a partner, feel free to take a video of it and just shoot it my way so I can have a look at it and just give you some tips on getting the technique to where it needs to be. Okay, hopefully we'll have more footwork techniques on the way soon, and thanks for watching.